Chemistry Peters pressed her pencil so hard against the exam paper that the pencil mouth nearly snapped. Around her, the silence of the examination hall was broken only by the scratch of pens and the occasional cough. But what caught her attention wasn't the sound, it was the subtle movements around her. 3 seats to her right, Sharon Johnson was carefully unfolding a piece of paper hidden beneath her tie. Behind her, James was discreetly angling his phone to photograph his neighbor's answer sheet, and directly in front, Biggie was receiving whispered answers from his friend in the other row. Chemistry's heart pounded. She had studied for months for this scholarship examination, staying up late by candlelight in their one-room apartment, while her parents, a roadside plantain seller and a motorcycle mechanic, slept on the floor beside her. What sort of injustice was this? If people could easily cheat, then how would she ever get to prove her intelligence? Watching her classmates cheat felt like a punch to her stomach. After the exam, Chemistry lingered in the hallway, wrestling with her conscience. These weren't just regular students. They were the children of politicians and business moguls. Their parents drove the latest cars to school events. Chemistry thought hard about whether she should report or not. Would they believe her? Would they mark their exam papers fair and square? These people had lots of money while she was on scholarship. But as the class president, wasn't it her duty to do so? Cheating was cheating, and it was wrong by the laws. Mr. Williams, she called softly to their class teacher as he packed his briefcase. Yes, Chemistry. How did the exam go? Trust you wrote well, and you'll be among the best that we need. She took a deep breath. Sir, I need to report something important. And then she told him what had happened. The meeting with the principal, Mrs. Afolabi, lasted 2 hours. Chemistry provided names and gave all the evidence she thought she had. These are very serious accusations, Chemistry, Mrs. Afolabi said, adjusting her glasses. Are you absolutely certain? Yes, ma. I saw everything clearly. I'm not sure I should be reporting this, but Mr. Williams said I needed to tell you. Within a week, the cheating scandal erupted. The 4 students were called in for questioning. Their phones were seized. To Chemistry's benefit, additional evidence was uncovered. The security footage had added to everything that she told. It turned out the officials had included cameras, but most times certain teachers put them off. This indicated that teachers were also involved. Chemistry's nightmare was just beginning. The students were suspended pending a full investigation. See the poor scholarship girl, Sharon's friends whispered as Chemistry walked through the school corridors. She thinks she's better than everyone. Snitch! Your poor parents must be so proud of their reporter daughter, James Snell, during break time. The bullying escalated quickly. Chemistry's textbooks went missing. People poured debts on her desk. Anonymous notes appeared in her bag every day. The worst part wasn't the physical harassment, it was the isolation. Even students who had not been involved in the cheating began avoiding her, afraid of being associated with the troublemaker. Chemistry's grades began to slip. She had trouble concentrating in class. She was constantly looking over her shoulder. Her parents noticed her mood change, but could not afford to keep her home from school. Nothing they could do could make her talk about what was going on. Chemistry, you look troubled, said Mr. Williams one afternoon as he noticed her sitting alone during lunch break. She broke down and told him everything. Chemistry, he said gently. You did the right thing, but sometimes doing the right thing requires courage beyond just the initial action. What should I do, sir? They hate me so much. Even most teachers treat me differently now. Have you considered involving the authorities? This has gone beyond school discipline. But, sir, Their parents are very powerful people. Even if I report, would anything be done? And that's exactly why this needs to be addressed at a higher level. I will help you in the way I can. Mr. Williams told a certain reporter he knew, and reporters came to talk to chemistry. In a very short while, it became a social media news. Someone had leaked the story to a popular blogger, and within hours, Chemistry the Truth Teller was trending on the social media. The narrative was compelling. A poor, brilliant girl standing up to wealthy cheaters and facing retaliation. Nigerian students risk everything to expose examination fraud. News outlets picked up the story. Television interviews followed. Chemistry found herself thrust into the national spotlight as a symbol of integrity versus corruption. The backlash against the cheating students and their families was swift and merciless. Their photos appeared in newspapers. Social media users dug up their parents' business dealings. Some companies began distancing themselves from the families involved. That's when the bribe started. The first offer came through a lawyer representing one of the families, a full scholarship to any university in Nigeria plus a monthly allowance for chemistry parents. When that was refused, the amount doubled and then it tripled. Think about your daughter's future, the lawyer pressed during a meeting at their humble home. She could have everything she's ever dreamt of. Chemistry's father, wearing his only good shirt, looked the lawyer in the eye. Sir, my daughter already has everything she needs. Her integrity, and that's not for sale. The lawyer left, shaking his head in disbelief. More offers followed: a house in a better neighborhood, cars for her parents, university education to anywhere she wanted to go. But each offer was politely and firmly declined. The frustrated families watching their reputations crumble online made increasingly desperate attempts to silence the story. They tried intimidation, then switched to emotional appeals, then back to increasingly larger financial incentives. But Chemistry and her parents stood firm. The school investigation concluded after a while. Three of the four students were expelled, their examination results nullified. The fourth, who had provided evidence against a teacher involved in the scheme, received a 2-year suspension when it was revealed that he was in on it just this semester. The teachers who were selling the exam scripts were sacked. More importantly, the investigation uncovered systemic corruption in the examination process, leading to major reforms and the arrest of several officials. On a sunny Thursday morning in June, Chemistry received a phone call that changed her life forever. Miss Chemistry Peters, this is Dr. Patricia from the Presidential Committee on Youth Development. I am calling to inform you that you've been awarded the National Integrity Scholarship. Chemistry's hands trembled as she held the phone. Was this a joke? Was this a prank? The scholarship covers full tuition, accommodation, and living expenses for any degree of your choice at any university in the United Kingdom or United States, followed by guaranteed admission to a Nigerian graduate program of your choice. Tears streamed down Chemistry's face as Dr. Patricia continued. Additionally, your parents will receive a monthly stipend and healthcare coverage throughout your studies. The president was personally impressed by your courage and wants to ensure that young Nigerians who stand for truth are rewarded, not punished. We are proud of how you stood on your integrity, and so we are awarding this to you. The community that had once whispered about Chemistry now celebrated her. The same classmates who had bullied her lined up to take photos with her before she left for the university she had chosen. As Chemistry packed her single suitcase, now joined by several new ones, donated by well wishers. Her mother sat on their bed and wept. I named you chemistry because I believed you would change things, she said, but I never imagined you would change the world. I am so proud of you, my daughter. Mama, I only did what you and Papa taught me, to always speak the truth, no matter the cost. 5 years later, Dr. Chemistry Peters returned to Nigeria with a degree in chemical engineering and a mission to transform the country's educational system. The scholarship program she had inspired had by then helped over 1,000 students from poor families attend universities abroad. Her story became a required reading in Nigerian literature, and the Chemistry Peters Foundation for Educational Integrity became one of the country's most respected non-profits. The lesson was clear. Sometimes the price of truth is temporary suffering, but the reward of integrity lasts forever. Hi, lovelies. I'm Aku. You can share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button so you will be the first to know when another exciting and interesting story drops. Also, share this with your friends and loved ones. Bye bye.